Hey everybody, this is Jason Rogash and Ryan Lochte, American swimming douchebag, was busted for lying about being robbed outside of a Rio rave with three of his other swimming buddies for some dumb reason. Who the fuck knows? But I'm going to talk more about. I'm not trying to put anything on Ryan Lochte. Who the fuck cares why he would lie? Ryan Lochte's borderline retarded, by the way. Have you ever heard him talk? I heard him talking once when I first started to talk. I was like, oh, the Special Olympians have gotten so good athletically. Wow, they're really kicking ass. And then I realized, oh no, he's just an American. He's just he's just a bonehead. And the only thing worse than Ryan Lochte's personality is Michael Phelps's face. Frankly, is there any more fucking disturbing face of an athlete than Michael fucking Phelps? And I was so happy when he got busted for the marijuana picture. You know, he was smoking weed and he lost his endorsements, because then I no longer had to watch his horse-faced gaping maw tell me to eat fresh. I mean, Jesus Christ, he has so much skin on his face. It's like anyway, the point is that this whole Ryan Lochte thing is being covered, interestingly, in the media. And I'll tell you why it's being covered. Because Brazil is a BRICS country. Brazil is a BRICS country. The BRICS countries are economically opposed to America, economic hegemony. So they're kind of trying to get together and work with Iran, some other countries that America doesn't like. So now that's why Brazil is being covered the way they are. The media has an agenda always, because the media is essentially run by the military-industrial complex and the Central Intelligence Agency, and almost entirely. And then it has corporate interests, which are supported by the military. It's all this incestuous kind of a circle. And so, I mean, that's provable. And then it's owned by our media is only owned by like 5 companies now. So they have an agenda, and it's against Brazil. They don't want anyone to think Brazil is a good country. So Brazil is the worst place ever. It's the worst environmental country. There's headless bodies off the shores. The pool water needs to be changed every day because it's so bad there. And meanwhile, pool water is changed all the time in Olympic events and other events all over the world, all the time, quite frequently. Just Google it, for Christ's sake. America, and these are coming from the American media. America is the largest polluter in the world. Not even close. China's coming, but we're still by far. Every lake and river in America has a toxin, a man-made created toxin in it, even Alaska. Every single one. We are the worst environmental polluter in the world. America is by far. So it's funny to me to listen to these countries go after another country because they don't agree with them economically. They're going to turn them into something that it's very hypocritical, obviously. And it's an agenda and it's propaganda. Also, I love how, and this is a digression, but I love how that swimmers in America, wouldn't you assume the best swimmers in the world would be from like island countries, right? But instead they're from landlocked, they're from places like Wisconsin and shit. Places with snow on the ground. And it always says to me, I don't know where Ryan Lochte's from. I'm sure I think he's from California. I don't mean all of them, but a lot of them, like Phelps or whatever his name is, Michael Phelps, is from I think he's from Baltimore or some shit. But it's just funny, these places that have winters and are cold, and these produce the best swimmers. It's like, let's go out and spend a bunch of money getting the best training facilities we can, in Wisconsin. The greater Milwaukee area. Let's get those 6 foot 8 inch white guys that look like Beowulf. It's just funny. It's just so typical American. Buy your way into anything. Buy a medal. To be propaganda for the United States government. How great the country of the United States is. Look at all the people that win medals. Look how happy our black people are. Another thing, by the way, beach volleyball. Hey. Is there anything worse than watching 2 people, 2 women, 2 men, 2 robots play fucking beach? Actually, I might want to see 2 robots play. But watching anybody play fucking beach volleyball, and it's the worst fucking sport to play. It's so goddamn horribly, just terrible. Can't jump in the sand. Sand is disgusting. And you've got this. What's her name? Misty May Walsh Harrisonburg. I don't know what her fucking name is. She's like 40 years old. She's won she's been around since like the 90s. And she's fucking, and I've got to watch her now again. Fake like it's really wonderful that she won the Olympics. And she's doing it because it's, you know what it is for? Mouthing the words to the national anthem and being really excited that you won a medal. It's so the Procter & Gamble people want to ask you to endorse their product. It's so the Stay Free Maxi Padders. It's so Ford will have you in a commercial spiking a volleyball in the back of the fucking truck. I mean, that's what it is. And watching, it's just so cynical, and I see this all the time. And never mind that they don't do any, what was it, John Carlos, the two guys that put the Tommy Smith or whatever, that put their hands up, John Smith and Tommy Carlos, I can't remember their names, in the Olympics, that put the Black Power salute up. None of these athletes do anything for anybody. What does a swimmer, a pro swimmer end up doing? They start a non-profit, or they start a charitable organization to help underprivileged kids learn how to swim. Buying water wings for the poor. I mean, it's so fucking disingenuous, and it's really just the charity is this a tax dodge. But anyway, yeah. So if you're into swimming, you're a douchebag. If you pursue it as a career, you're a douchebag, and if you're entertained by it, you're a douchebag. And never forget the BRICS country. Never forget Brazil is an enemy of the United States economically. Right now, it is not a fan, and America is showing how much they don't like Brazil. I also find it funny that Americans don't want. I heard Max Kellerman on ESPN talk about not detaining U.S. citizens, and what I found hilarious about that is that Americans think they're exceptional. Americans think they're allowed to break laws in other countries and do whatever they want, anywhere they want, because they're Americans. And they'll never get justice anywhere else like they get in America, so you can't detain them. You should never, and I don't like Americans being detained. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I mean, I'm listening to Max Kellerman say that, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or you don't like it because it emotionally hurts you? What? Are you so connected to white people that so connected to Americans? And what the fuck are you talking about? You think Brazil holding some passports is detaining? I mean, grow the fuck up. That goes to American exceptionalism. That goes to oversimplifications. And it goes to xenophobia, largely in this country, that's promoted through the media and through all forms of the media. Like, America's the best fucking country. America's a shit hole. Everything has a dollar sign on it. Everything is for sale. Everything is corporate. Everything is fake. Labor is being systematically fucking destroyed in this country. The military is completely owning 100% of your life. You're being propagandized to. Your children are being fed food that's killing them. They're being given vaccinations that are fucking killing them in some measure. Not all vaccinations are bad, but some are. We're ignoring all the Monsanto shit that everything has Roundup in it now, and that's really the biggest problem with the neurological diseases. It isn't necessarily fucking vaccinations, but it's all this Roundup and herbicides and pesticides that we've been fucking ingesting since the 1970s and 60s, and now we're having children who are ingesting the same shit, and we've ingested it, so we're passing it on to them. The fuck? I mean, it's not brain surgery what you're fucking... It's really not. It's not, oh my God, some overarching conspiracy. It's the amount of toxins that are all over this country. This country led the Industrial Revolution. This country was the largest country in the world economically and still is for a reason. We pump shit into everything. We pump toxins into every single square fucking inch of this country. So when I hear people talk about how bad everything is, or how bad the water is, or how fuck all that, fuck you and fuck your hypocritical nonsense. Because they're a BRICS country that agree with you economically? Stupid fucking shit capitalism. And let me leave you with this about Ryan Lochte. I hope Ryan Lochte loses all of his endorsements. I hope that he can no longer compete in Olympic competition, or any competition for that matter, anything with a pool. And I'll even take it one step further. I hope he's banned from water completely. Yeah, no more showers. And if it's raining, he cannot go outside. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.